Well, it's Friday the 13th, and we just left. Back there, as you can see, that's Fort Jefferson, Dry Tortugas. We just left. We're going to take the south route into the Gulf of America, south of the Florida Reef, and hopefully we won't hit any crab pots. We talked to two other boats who hit crab pots and had to untangle, but we're going to try and get to the Marquesas and go anchor. So we're about 15 miles out from Dry Tortugas. We left a while back. We are cruising along in this beautiful, glassy, smooth Atlantic Ocean south of the Florida Reef. It's a beautiful day. We're going to hopefully anchor at either the Marquesas or Boca Grande, and we're just moving forward to those islands. Still cruising along up here. We're down the Atlantic here. We just ate lunch. Had a nice lunch. Allison made us lunch. And we're just making headway. I don't know if you can see this map. This is Havana, Cuba is down here. We're up here. Florida's over here. And we're moving along the Keys today. On this beautiful, beautiful, smooth, turquoise blue Atlantic Ocean. Just gorgeous. Cuba's right out there. We are almost to Marquesas. I can see land up there, the Marquesas Islands. There's several boats up there. We'll see if there's room. Well, this is Marquesas Key up here. We're just arriving. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boats already anchored here on the west side of the Marquesas. But we'll go up to the island and we'll find a little spot and try and drop anchor. It's really shallow here, around 8 feet to 10 feet. See a lot of fish because it's so shallow on this reef. A lot of crab pots. I think you can see all those fish jumping. We'll be there soon. Here we're coming into Marquesas to get ready to anchor, so Allison's getting the snubber out. Getting it all hooked up and ready to go so that as soon as she drops the anchor and chain, she can hook it up. As you'll see here in a second, at the first spot we tried to drop the anchor here, we did not get it to grab. You'll see that we back up here as she drops it. We back up and it just keeps dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging, and it does not grab. You can watch us go back. We went back several hundred feet hoping it would grab something, and it didn't, so Allison pulled it back up and we went forward and reset it. Here we're backing down the second time. We dropped the anchor and we still drug that quite a bit, but once we hit this sand, it bit in pretty good and we got stuck right there, which hopefully it'll hold for the night. Well, we made it into the anchorage. Took us a minute to get the anchor to hold, as you saw. Got it to stick. Let's hope it stays. The Marquesas Islands. We took a ride on the dinghy with Midge and George over to the beach and took a walk around this uninhabited island. We didn't film anything, but there are wood crates and wood logs and a lot of ropes from Cuban boat people. Warbler!
Hey!
It was fabulous.
That's a nice beach. Yeah.
Right, we just left Marquesas. These islands here. Heading out into the Atlantic side, and we're going to head over to somewhere over by Key West or Marathon, somewhere in there. This is what it looks like when you're traveling in the Atlantic side of the Florida Keys. You've got all these little islands, keys. That's Boca Grande. And then we're moving over towards Key West up here, ways up in the fog. But you can just see there's little islands. It's quite pretty. All right, bye. Now this is Key West. We passed by Key West. We're going along this key, and we're going to go over to Stock Island up here and get some fuel, see if we can get a marina spot there. Key West is completely full. It's President's Day weekend, and they're having a seafood festival. But they have spots up here on Stock Island. Here you see us beginning to pull into the channel to Stock Island Yacht Club, and the water is magnificent, beautiful color. We had to go up a fairly narrow channel to get to the yacht basin. As you'll see here, we decided to first go over to the fuel dock to make sure we were completely full of diesel for our next few legs of the trip. And we pulled up easily without any wind. I was going to edit this part out while we were at the fuel dock, but it's kind of interesting to watch them work in the background, putting those boats in and out so quickly. Once we were full of fuel, we cast off and just went across the harbor to our slip. We had to wait for a guy to pull his dinghy out of our slip. After getting settled, we showered and cleaned up and went over to a restaurant at the Oceanside Club next door and had Valentine's Day dinner. Okay, we're at our Valentine's Day dinner.
Yes.
This beautiful Oceanside Marina Resort. Relaxing after dinner here. The poolside, harborside bar and restaurant. We went to church and met David and Carden, who gave us a ride home, then went to dinner with our great friends from Salty Side-Eye. Alright, we are leaving the Stock Island Yacht Club. I head out. It's a little breezy day, but we're going to go to Bahia Honda State Park. This has been a nice little protected place. Not too bad on the price. They do have an AGLCA discount, 10%. Fuel's pretty expensive, but it's protected. They have a lot of nice facilities. So we'll try and avoid some big waves. We saw these military helicopters going up and down the coast off the key. This is what we do. For those of you who want to know, it's pretty rough out here, rough life. Our biggest worry, of course, besides bad weather, is crab pots. Those little white specks out here, over here, they're just floats tied to a rope that goes down to the bottom to a metal cage. And boy, those could get in your prop and cause some problems. But this is what we do. Do you have any comments? Where are we going?
We usually do it pretty good. We're heading to Bahia State Park.
Bahia Honda State Park.
Bahia Honda. Yep.
And
We've heard really good things about it. So we're going to go check it out.
all right. You heard it from the Admiral herself. So we're continuing to follow along south of the Keys, over the Florida Reef in the shallows, and avoiding any big waves, just minor 1 foot swells, sometimes 2, really long periods, totally pleasant. But to give you an idea where we're going, I don't know if you can see this map, but we came out here and have been just following along this track to here, along the south side of all these islands. We're going to go up here to Bahia State Park, right in there. We'll be there within an hour. Over here is Big Pine Key. So we make our way to Bahia Honda. And you can see in the distance, we can anyway, the bridge. Big long bridge that goes across, what is it, 31 bridges or something? Back to the mainland. And we're going up here to Bahia State Park on that little peninsula. About 10 miles out. Here we are coming into the Bahia Honda State Park. We're going through this old bridge where they've removed a section of Flagler's Overseas Railroad Bridge and the highway bridge that was built on top of the railroad bridge in the early 1900s. Flagler was a rich oil man who wanted to link the Florida Keys to the rest of the mainland by railroad. Anyway, coming into this state park harbor was a little over 3 feet deep. Very shallow, made me a little bit nervous. We're on a rising tide. I'm going to wait till high tide to leave because of how shallow that was. But when we came in, there was a boat in our slip. So I had to call them on the phone. We got some helpers to move that blue sailboat forward. It was in our slip and the owners of the boat were not there and no one could find them. And people were very kind and helped us tie up, and we got all settled in a slip for the night. After getting everything secured and the fenders in place for a 2-foot tidal swing on this fixed wall, we decided to go for a little walk and explore the park and see the sunset over by the railroad bridge. They're blocking the half the parking lot up here because they're filming a show called Bad Monkey here, and I don't know what that is.
It's like cypress needles.
Kind of a nasty beach mess here. Looks like grass, dead grass or bark. Almost. It's all the way down the whole beach. So this is the Bahia State Park. They have all these picnic areas down by the old railroad bridge from Flagler's Overseas Railroad, built in the early 1900s. They've got beaches and a lot of snorkeling places. There's reefs all out here you can see. So they say at this Bahia State Park they've got some of the most unique plants from the Caribbean that are found nowhere else in the States, because the birds fly out across the ocean and the waves and the wind, and they bring seeds, and they've got all these unique plants, and botanists come to study them. So we're making it before sunset.
Yeah.
On top of the bridge, Flagler's Overseas Railroad Bridge.
So here Ed is again, down in the engine room, trying to fix that switch.
I got my new high water alarm switch. So I just got to put it on. No big deal. It's a couple of screws and 2 wires.
Okay. We now refer to this as boat yoga.
Boat
you have
yoga.
to get down in there.
I'm doing my boat yoga. So this is the old switch, still wired in. It's got, I guess, electrical sensors here that when water hits both of them, it connects the circuit, turns on the bilge. I've unscrewed that. I've screwed the new one on here. It hooks on. Water hits here, turns it on, and it starts sucking water out of the bilge there, which I don't have water, but I get an alarm and it starts sucking. So that's why the new switch. So it really, I'm just going to splice these wires into the old, and then zip tie this on like it was before onto this bracket. Okay, that bracket I showed you earlier, it's this white piece that's screwed into the hole. This is how the factory does it. Pushes that hose and the switch way down into the lowest portion of the bilge. As you can see, it's dry. And then I've just rewired it right here, and we're ready to go.